Yo. Yo. Two people. The fuck is going on? Oh, I gotta plug this computer in. I think it's because it's so nice out in the East Coast, at least. It just rained for like 3 fucking days. I thought it was gonna keep raining today. It was supposed to. It's gonna rain, heavy rain Thursday, Friday. Crazy rain. You know what they say? May showers bring June flowers. Used to be April flowers bring May flowers, but that's changed over the years. Now, it's very different. Evening. Where are you located that it's evening, JDM? England? Oh, that's a British flag. So you're in England. Well, it's definitely evening in England. Late too, huh? No, 7 or 8 o'clock. Okay, no, not late. What up, Oval? What part of the UK you in? Mate. Make you feel comfortable. What part of the UK? You know, JDM, my second favorite boxer of all time is from the UK. Can you guess who that is? Second favorite of all time. Adrian, what up? Apologize to Ness, you twerp. That's how you come in the room? That's what you say? Oh, Lord. Yorkshire. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But who do you think is my favorite British, second favorite fighter from England? What up, Isaiah? We might, man. Mark McGraw, what up? Hey, more UK. Derbyshire. We got Derbyshire. We got Yorkshire. A lot of shires. Bruno. Why the fuck would Bruno be anybody's favorite fighter? No disrespect to the Brits in the room here. Bruno was a good fighter, but come on. He's not favorite material. We're going to try retire Crawford with a check. We might. Leeds, where John Ward. Nope. My favorite fighter is from. I'll tell you where he's from, and then you tell me if you'll probably get it right away. Sheffield. He's from Sheffield. Now, tell me, who's my favorite? There's probably only one great fighter out of Sheffield in all of British history. Who is it? Come on. You guys can do it. Don't Google it. Greatest fighter out of Sheffield. Yes, Nas is correct. Nas is correct. That is correct. Brooke? Is Brooke out of Sheffield? Is Kel Brook out of Sheffield? Nas was your hero. Me too. How old are you, JDM? Nas was I saw. Check this out, JDM. I was at live, and I was on the floor. We have floor seats at Madison Square Garden when Nas fought. Kevin Kelly, fellow Queens guy. I mean, my father was from Queens. I grew up in Manhattan, but I spent a lot of my childhood in Queens, so it was like my second home. I watched Nas and Kevin Kelly bang it out live. I've never been in a more electric boxing environment in my life. Never. You know what I mean? I got a signed glove from Nas when he fought Manuel Medina. Was that his last fight where he looked like shit? He won, but he kind of didn't look good, and then he just retired? Or was that... No. Nas was something special, people. The power... Matter of fact, you guys are going to make me pull up a fucking Nas video. I'm going to do it. Let's watch a Nas video together. What do you guys think? Let's watch a Nas video. Here we go. Prince Naseem, first little guy, superstar. Which one should I do? Oh, I don't know which one to do. Prince Naseem versus Kevin Kelly. Damn. I don't know which one of these I should play. These are old, though. I got to make a new one. Prince Naseem, another one. Let's see. This one's January. July, 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 January, May. I'm going to do the July one. Here we go. This is old, though, but this was the dopest fight I've ever seen in my life. We ready? Let's rock out to Prince Naseem. Fuck it. This is for my UK people. This is for the UK audience. Let's do this shit.
The most explosive fight in boxing history, Prince Naseem Ahmed versus Kevin Kelly. 1997, Madison Square Garden. Nas steps up against his first formidable challenger to defend his featherweight strap. The 47-1 Kelly starts off using his experience against the unorthodox Ahmed, immediately finding a home for some sharp counters in between Naseem's awkward attacks. The Queens native positions himself in the corner and then dodges a combination. He then hits Ahmed with a fastball right hand, dropping the Prince as he attempts to pull back. The flushing flash then goes after Naseem like a Gambino boss collecting protection money, clipping Hamed again with impeccable timing as the Prince again attempts to pull the trigger. Dropping Hamed actually twice in this sequence, but it's only ruled one knockdown as the ref got there late. After Hamed gets up, Kevin swoops in like a hungry eagle to finish the job. An off-balance Kelly is pushed in the back and goes down, which is unfairly ruled a knockdown. Kevin is up and continues throwing atomic bombs and mauling Naseem. Then in a stunning momentum shift, the Prince wallops Kelly with a dynamite lead right hand, dumping him onto the canvas. Kevin again gets up and the two continue engaging in World War III. Kelly gets the better of these exchanges as he lands perfectly sculpted counters. In the fourth round, Hamed lands a leaping double left hand hammer, which dumps Kelly on the floor like he fell out of an airplane. Digging deep into his NYC grit, Kevin gets back into the phone booth and fires away. And in another momentum swing, Hamed's glove touches the canvas, which the ref rules a knockdown, but everybody sees was more of a push. With the score now at 3 knockdowns to 2, Kelly continues barreling forward and launching heat. The Sheffield native takes advantage of Kelly's aggression, and in a final momentum seesaw, Hamed sledgehammers Kelly's jaw with a filthy left-hand counter, ending the night. I was at this fight live, and no other boxing matches ever matched the intense electric energy at MSG that night. The Garden was filled with half Brits and half hometown dudes, and with 3 knockdowns apiece, the roof was literally almost blasted off the building that night. What fight in history was more explosive than this? Tell me in the comments.
I mean, I remember, if you guys watch that fight, when Prince lands that last punch, you hear George Foreman, who's commentating, go, "Ooh!" And he just blasted him. And if you see Prince, he throws his punches. I always tell you guys this. He would snap and go down. That punch, Kevin was coming in, and Prince leaned back and went, whoop, and threw it down. You generate so much more leverage and pop when you punch down. It's like you getting the bounce pass from gravity. Wow, what a great fight. Lennox's Alexander Naseem was nice. Lennox Lewis was dope, but Prince Naseem was more, just more exciting than Lennox in a way. Barrera beat the shit out of Nas. I mean, everybody was saying that about Prince. Oh, it's amateurish and, you know, any real boxer, and nobody could do it, but then Barrera did it. So it's really too bad that they never rematched. What up, Ray? He was there. How did he hear the commentators? Who, me? I mean, I watched the shit on TV afterwards. Numerous times. Nas was a show. That's a fact. Who's gay? What's going on here? He was on stream. I wish Prince would get his ass in shape and do an exhibition. Because he retired at 28. Talk about no mileage. Like, he has no mileage on him. He retired at 28. I thought Prince once said first time he lost. He was doing, this is true, I will say, politics. He was big on the, Salam Alaikum, Allah is the best God, Allah has written it. He did a lot of Allah and Muslim talk, which is fine. But then 9/11 happened. And I think that lost him a lot of fans. I'm not saying it should have, but I think it did. People were like, we don't want to hear that. Like, especially Americans, we were on some racist shit, really, at that point, right? To Arabs, like, every black comedian was saying the same shit on stand up. Like, yo, the what they say, the Arabs are the new N-words now. Like, people look at them like they like the way they used to look at us. Like, any Arab walks into a store, they're on them like they used to look at us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like there was so many, like, you know, black and white people were coming together against Arabs. Like, that was the whole talk, at least in New York back then. So I think that might have affected, and it's not his fault. You know, he had nothing to do with the towers going down. I mean, I'm pretty sure. But I think that affected him. What do you guys think? It was just the time, man. And like, people just didn't want to hear all that, like, Allah has written it. And again, I'm not saying it's right, but I feel like that's what the climate was back then. It was crazy. Yeah, Raf, that's what that shit was right after. Yep. That's what did it. And you know, coming from where we come from, we took that shit serious. Crazy how the tables have turned now. The same family linked to 2001 are running boxing in America. Yep. Wait, what family? Oh, the Saudis. Wait a second. Hold on. What's his face was Saudi? Bin Laden was Saudi, but he's not related. Is any Turkey Al Sheikh's dudes related to Bin Laden? Nah, Tyson was different. Tyson was a fucking Brooklyn dude. He could turn Muslim. It was I'm telling you, we were just mad fucking as an American people, we were racist as fuck after 9/11, especially if you're from New York. Damn. That's fucked up. She's born on 9/11. She probably got fucked with bad. Nas had one fighter after. Did the racist people did look at Arabs like they just look? Yeah, right, Bob. You know, same shit in Jersey. They did. It wasn't just racist people. I'm telling you. I remember black and white. All of us. Not me, literally, because I grew up. I had mad Egyptian friends. I had mad Arab, but like, people were like looking at the Arabs like, you know, it was fucked up, and they got a lot of unfair treatment because obviously not every Arab. Matter of fact, the majority of them have nothing to do with that shit, but they got unfairly treated. Allegedly, Mark of the Saudi family was part of the attack. All recent reports. The Saudi family, which Saudi? The Saudi family that runs Saudi Arabia, which funds Turkey Al Sheikh. I was young. I was a freshman in high school when 9. That's old enough, man. You understand boxing, yeah, but you understood the fucking shit that happened. You know what I mean? You understood what happened. I'm telling you, that's what. Because I remember hearing mad people like when Nas started popping off all this like praise. You know, Allah has written it. I will never lose because Allah. Everybody was like, "Yo, chill with the Allah talk." Like, my fucking uncle just had to jump out of a building and died because it was on fire. They were like, it was trauma. It was trauma. You know. It was trauma. It's funny how world catastrophes, like, look what George Floyd happened because of COVID too. It happened during a time where people were already pent up, and boom, you know what I'm saying? People exploded at the fucking, I guess, the woke. I don't even know what they exploded at, but it all shifts. Trauma like that, like a world catastrophe like COVID or 9/11 makes people bug out. You know what I mean? And look, a lot of the people had some valid points behind, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything was wrong, everything was right. Arabs couldn't even get a friendly you're wiling out, CJ. It's okay. I have a box upstairs, I think, too. Yeah. Thanks. Ham Show fought Hagler. There was another middleweight champ. Yeah, but that was before 9/11. And we're talking what 9/11 did to Prince Naseem's career. Really, that's how this started. It was way too complex to talk about. Why? Yeah, exactly. JDM, are you a white guy? Are you a black guy? What are you? I know you're British, but what's your... All I see is a fucking red car. Bailey Hamshaw lost twice. Hamshaw was a good fighter. He didn't beat Hagler. He didn't almost beat Hagler, but he was good. He gave him a tough fight. Fits is a good way to put it. Duran gave Hagler fits-ish. You know, it's all about, like they say, it's all about style. So, but But Hagler still won. Bottom line, right? Hagler still won. What's good, Chris? I don't think you're only as good as your last fight. I don't subscribe to that. I wouldn't stack that so high.
I'm not going
Oh, okay. I don't subscribe to that. But he didn't win no titles. Who didn't win no titles? Read my comment. Okay. It's all the way up here. I read that already, and I commented on it. You talking about that one? Or am I missing one? Let's see. No, I read it. Oh, no. Yeah, I read that one already. I commented on it. I said she must have got fucked with. Like, playfully, but... Yeah, I'm black mixed, light skin as you. Okay. 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 Somebody once told me, tell me if this is true. Brits don't consider themselves black or white. They all consider themselves British. Where, like, Americans, we're more like black, white. Is that true? Crazy how they call themselves British, yet no one over there uses the letter T. It's British. British simply sip tea. All right. You sound like a corny American, CJ. Being like, hello, governor. Like, is that your next one? Nah, where were you on 9/11? Me? I was actually in the Caribbean. I was in an island called St. Kitts. Weirdly enough, I was there. I don't think I ever told you guys this. I was in medical school. Now, I know that sounds good. It was a Caribbean medical school. You don't even have to take the SATs, not the SATs. What's the other one? MCAT. What's the one that you have to take for medical school? MCATs? Whatever. They don't require any of the state examinations. Literally, all you need to have is a college degree. Anybody with a college degree can go to medical school in the Caribbean. Now, to pass it, the curriculum and all that, it's not as hard as American, but it's still hard. So passing it's one thing, but getting in is easy. So I tried that shit. I was there for 2 semesters, and I was like, fuck this. So I was in St. Kitts the day that the towers faced off, and I remember just leaving the classroom and go, because I was the only one from New York, and my mother was actually down there. My mother was down there. She had an appointment. She's on Medicare or whatever, and anybody knows New York City back then, before you could do shit online, all the main offices, the government offices for Medicaid, Medicare, welfare, whatever it's government, is down in the financial district. So my mom's was down there, something for her Medicare. Luckily, she was okay. She had to walk all the way home, though, which was about 3 miles, 3 or 4 miles. I'm sure I didn't win no title. There was another middleweight from New York. Marco fought in the 90s and 80s and 5. I'm going to go down here. Before I get into boxing, I was into car paint. Like sniffing it? Not saying whether there was a decent. I'm saying I can't speak for the tiny-minded minority that shout loud in your media, but most of us Brits couldn't give a fuck about color. Well, let me ask you a question, Mark. Are you white or black? Because coming from a white guy, and Mark McGraw could be either or. You could be an Irish dude, Irish descendant, who knows? We don't have all black, white, again, Hispanic neighborhoods. Ah, that's interesting. So all neighborhoods, even the poor ones, are mixed in England. Interesting. Well, that'll do it. Asian. JDM. What's Asian? What are you talking about? What's up, Walter? Oh, you painted cars? That was like your hobby? What do you mean? Don't know if Hamshaw won a title. I don't think he did. You're white? Me too. As you can see. British do care about color. That's a huge lie. Oh, shit. Casey. But to be fair, how the fuck would you know, Casey? Aren't you from, Nebraska? I, too, am humble Asian man. You want to be ninja, CJ? You guys ever see that fucked up video where that white girl's like, I want to be ninja. And she's singing this whole, I got the samurai sword and come down to be ninja. She's this white blonde woman, and there's an Asian woman standing right next to her like this, watching it. You guys ever see that? How many times you have called a racist just for being white? Never. Up until going on The Boxing Voice. Literally. That shit in New York doesn't really happen. Unless you're doing racist shit. Then, obviously. St. Louis. Whatever. Close enough. How do you know about fucking England? That video was hilarious. I wouldn't like it if I was Asian, though. It was funny because she's so stupid. Like, she was just so stupid. Like, even if it wasn't a racial song, who sings like that? Like, that's just so goofy. She thought she was, like, rocking the crowd, too. Like, going around, like, looking at, engaging, and people were just trying to hold back their vomit. I was teaching in Camden on 9/11. Some of the students were worried. I said, don't worry. We are safe in Camden. Yeah, and that's probably the only time you've ever heard in your life you're safe in Camden. I'm just saying.
Camden, England or
Jersey.
Jersey?
How many times have you been called an N-word for being black? Me? Huh? Are you talking to the guy who asked? Naseem versus Manny. Wow. I don't know. Explosive. Maybe Prince because he hit so hard at that weight. Pacquiao was still nothing but a young pup. We had an operating bar across the street from the school. The drunks coming out as students are leaving school. Yeah, well, which is weird because I thought states don't allow bars to open up within like 500 feet of schools or churches. I guess Camden's different. You got family in Camden? Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. Prove it. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess Jersey's different. I know because I have a liquor license. My business does. And 500 feet from a church. But you can get exemptions. It does happen. Or if it's grandfathered, because that 500 rule only started not so long ago. So that bar you're talking about might have opened before the rule or before the school opened. So the school could have decided to open and like, one bar, fuck it. You know, because the school opens, they don't make the bar shut down. It's whatever's there first, whatever's existing. England colonized places. That's why I know. Okay, Casey. At school in the 80s, my teachers went to the pub for pints at lunchtime. Well, yeah. That's what they do in England. I feel like the Brits, there's also no drinking age, right? Bulgaria has no drinking age. I was going into bars like at 8, 9 years old. I wasn't drinking, but I didn't give a shit. No one cared about Camden. They still don't, Bob. I'm gonna walk around with one Tyson glove as soon as I get it. Conversation piece. You should put a chain around your neck and walk it like make it like a big be like a Flavor Flav clock, but make it be the glove. That'd be dope. I would have loved to make an Asian baby when I had the chance. Now that I think about it, it's a very weird thing to say out loud. Mark is the guy to talk about the 70s, 80s in England. He's a lot older than me. I was born 88. Mark who? Me? Oh, Mark McGraw. Oh, yeah. How old are you, Mark? I was told by let me ask you Brits a question. I was told by my grandfather was not real black because he was Dominican. It's daft. Morales, are you British? Because Americans don't say daft. Belizar, Costava. Well, 52. Are you older than me? Nice. I like it. In England, I'm going to ask the chat and the Brits, who is considered having a better career? Not a better fighter because they fought each other and Eubank beat Ben. First time and the second time it was a draw, but who was considered between Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn to have a better overall career and to be a better fighter overall? Again, not against each other because styles make fights. I thought Nigel Benn was a better fighter and a more dangerous fighter. But what do you guys think? Oh, you're in the UK, Morales? I didn't know that. And see, that's my race. I figure there's no Hispanic people in the UK, which is fucking stupid. Eubank's better. Eubank's better. But Nigel Benn was knocking shit loose. I don't get it. Why? Where you been, Mo? Where you been? Where the fuck you been at? I haven't seen you in a few days. And CJ, I didn't mail your shit out yet. I'm sorry. I'm going to mail it out today or tomorrow, promise. I was in the city yesterday. I had a meeting trying to sell this piece of shit stress bag of a club. And Monday, I've just been crazy busy. Just now, like I almost didn't, like I didn't do a live yesterday. You guys saw that. I did one late last night at the very end. He's more skilled. I thought Nigel Ben was more loved. Okay, there we go. Why was Ben more loved? I mean, because Chris Eubank Sr. is a fucking, he's a goofball. He is eccentric. Some might even say he's a, you know what I mean? Super eccentric. I mean, why is he wearing a Wild West sheriff's badge? What the fuck? What's he doing that for? Why is he saying that he skins bears and eats them and bangs their severed guts? Like, what's wrong with him? You've been putting heavy hours. All right. Mo been training for the math. You're the engineer. That would make more sense for you. Been in the UK since I was 10. I'm now 40. Where are you from originally? Eubank. Okay. I'm asking the Brits, Bailey. You're not a Brit. Ryan versus Devin will be on Bud Canelo undercard. That would not be a bad idea, Yoda. You better mail CJ stuff out today. Get out of here. Get out of here, Clarissa. Don't tell me what to do. Dandara, what up? He fruity, but he kick your ass, Marco. Yeah, no, he would. Not now. Actually, maybe now. Because he's what? He's like 12 years. Was he like 60? I'm 48. Yeah, he might kick my ass. That's a good point. He would have fucked me up if we got in the ring. That's a fact. I would have tapped him up, though. I would have tagged him up like he's on sale at Target. I would have done it. I'm not saying I would have won, but he would have had all kinds of 20% off tag all over him. Made in Bulgaria. Bop, 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 everywhere. Tagged up. I just found out last night that Eubank Sr. was one who said, let's add a little bit of spice. Let's add a little bit of spice, shall we? Felizar. Many people think Crawford beat Canelo because the fight with Skull. Това не е верно. Изобщо. Тая битка беше ужасно. How do you say boring? Ужасно. How do you say boring? I forgot. See? I don't speak enough Bulgarian lately, man. I'm forgetting words. I'm a sophisticated thug. Mo is a full nerd. No hate. You're a nerd too. CJ, you're a nerd that'll probably have a couple bodies in his closet. Nah, that MF in shape. Doesn't mean... All right, let me put you this way, David. Did you see what Holyfield looked like when he fought Vitor Belfort? You see what he looked like? He looked like an Adonis. And look how bad he got fucked up because he was so old. Case closed. Body doesn't always mean... You know what I'm saying? Your punch resistance as you get older just deteriorates. Like Benjamin Button in reverse. Canelo will win this one. Ricky Hatton, props. How do you say boring in Bulgarian? But he's out, I forgot. Skучно. No, skучно is... I'm bored. Yeah, skучно. Would you say ta bitka беше skучна? Nah, right? Tell me. Hook me up. Come on, man. I don't talk to anybody Bulgarian anymore. You got to be my Bulgarian outlet. I'm a boxing nerd, man. That's why I'm here. Yeah, now you know your shit. I do feel some type of way about you saying I can't be Black-Garian, though. Okay. No, back in the day, it was one way or another. Eubank was very logical. Poised then. Ben was a savage. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm confident. Yeah, I think CJ got a lot of skeletons. Hell yeah. CJ is the kind of dude who will bite you. Just to be, like, if he gets drunk enough, and he'll just bite you like deep. just to fuck around. You know, some dudes will like, if they're drunk, they're like, oh, come here. And they'll like give you a little punch in the chest, or he'll fucking bite you and think that shit's just normal and funny and sit there with the blood dripping off his teeth, drinking his beer. That's the kind of dude CJ is. Yet he'll also ace his SATs. I'm just saying. We got a big fly in here. Boring, skучно. Yeah. I just didn't know if that's how you use it. Уже битката беше скучно. Okay. My wife just told me I got to get my chopsticks to catch the fly. Funny. Mo, are you Asian? No. Mo is Mexican, I believe. You're not Asian. Mo is Hispanic. I think Mexican. I thought you were Mexican. Nerd from East Oakland with CCW. I told you I got 3 degrees. Arraigned on 4 felonies. I'll do anything. What's CCW? Watch the Ben versus Barkley fight. Only 1 round. Must see TV. Yeah, I was going to do a video on it, but like you said, out of your own mouth, 1 round isn't enough meat for me to cook with. Harold Graham was very underrated too. Collins was pretty dope. I mean, I know he beat all of the guys he beat were all kind of older, but he beat them all. Mo's Mexicano. Orale, vato. Is that racist, me saying? Am I allowed to do that? Orale, Holmes. We'll set you claim and cuz. Hey, man, I lived in Arizona. I used to hear those guys all the time. That's how they talked. Oh, conceal carry. Really, Ryan would fight. Really, Ryan fight with Devin again. Oh, I don't know. That was the plan. But now, I mean, the wind got slashed out of those tires like an angry ex-wife. I don't know. This might be racist, but some Mexicans look of Asian descent. It's not racist. It's, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Some Russians look Asian because they have Chinese blood in them, and they're called Tartar Russians, some of them. Bruno was beating Lennox down. Yeah, man. I wouldn't say lucky, Bailey. I would say he was whooping his ass. Bruno was fucking Tyson up too until he wasn't. So there's one common denominator, my friend, and that's Bruno. Yeah, Dev wants to fight. But do we want the fight? And really, fuck us. Does Turkey want that fight? JDM, I'm in Edgbaston now. Yes, it's a shithole. Like Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol actually, KC, is no. He's actually, his mother's Korean. So there's a difference between somebody, his mother's from Korea and his father's Russian. I'm talking about full Chinese people who have Asian blood in them over like the lineage. They're called Tartars. Different. Now, granted, and that's Chinese blood, whereas Bivol has Korean blood in him. I don't hate the Haneys. I don't hate anybody. Frank Bruno, yeah, it was a hard puncher. How do you know about Frank Bruno? You're only 18 years old. Ty Pluvashev в Tashatsi, когато Bruno даваше битки. I just said he was swimming in his daddy's nuts when Bruno was fighting, so how would he know? Did that translate well? Did that translate well, Velizar? Talk to me. Part of me thinks Ryan threw the fight not to fight Devin. Why would you want to fight Devin? Janabek is exactly that. Yes. Janabek is exactly what I'm talking about. Chinese blood. He's Kazakhstan, I believe. And like any of those Stan countries, like the former Soviet bloc countries that now have the end, Stan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, all those motherfuckers have Southeast Asian, like heavy Asian blood. Thai, Asian blood. Not just Chinese, but like Thailand, like that area. Like they're all kind of mixed. Moldavia. I'm from Cali. I can sense a Mexican from miles away like a coyote. All right. And was our first official.
Oh, that's racist.
I'm a big boxing fan. Yeah, I could see that. Berlanga versus Shiraz. I got Shiraz. Who you got? I'm not really... Berlanga has to prove to me. Costazu's father is Asian. I believe Costazu is also a Tartar, but you could be right. Pakistan? No, that's basically Indian looking. Ryan has many options. Devin would have to force real tough opponents. Birmingham in the UK is like Pakistan. Oh yeah, it's full of Pakistanis. What up, Marcus? What's cracking? Provodnikov, Golovkin, Beck the Bully, Jelenov, mixed Asian. I thought they were like Tartar, but maybe they're like Bivol. Marco, didn't I tell you that Ryan would lose? Look at the chat. I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it. Sure. You swore you were under oath, so therefore you won't lie, right? Ryan and Devin will be reluctant to fight. Another snooze fest. Both Canelo and Crawford shall retire. Okay. Who's going to win, though? Canelo by MD. Tartar sounds like a slur. Be careful. Connor Ben was really calling out Ryan. Yeah, that'd be a dope fight. That'd be a banger, too. Asian versus Britain is the other half of the continent. Usually India, Pakistan. Sugar Ray. What up? Remember what Costazu did to Zab? I do. Come on. I mean, how do you forget that? And Zab made damn certain we'll never forget the way he reacted. He lost his fucking mind. Canelo got a very cool ring belt. It's all gold. Finally, they made... You know those belts are never gold. They're all bronze. Imagine Shakur versus Tank on Bud versus Canelo card. For balance, I live 25 miles from Birmingham, and spend lots of time there, and it's a great city. That was my attempt to sound like you. Probably didn't do too well. What's happening with Andrade? Last I talked to him, he said he still wants to fight, and he has no plans of retiring, but I guess he can't get any good fights. Yeah, how are Europe and Asia separate continents on the same land? You thought he was better? Oh. They should have rematched, too, because it was like one punch early on. Shakur got pissy when Bud said he should be on his undercard. Nah. Yo, I remember I told you Rolly would catch Ryan. I don't remember that, but I believe you. Yeah, Marco Hansworth. In every street, it's hard to find more than 5 white or black people, all Asian, Pakistan, and a few Indian families. I think Bud has the skills to beat Canelo, but I think Canelo was too big. Well, that's what I thought until I was hanging out with both of them, Marcus. And Bud looked bigger than Canelo in person, so. Stewie Griffin, I don't even know what that is. Stewie Griffin. I'm better at hearing it than imitating it right away. I'm not good at off the top of the dome. Devin versus Ryan, Ryan versus Ben. Yeah, Ryan versus Ben, way better. Agreed. Bud stops Canelo. Nah. Nobody's ever stopped Canelo. Why is Bud going to do it? Bud couldn't even hurt Madrimov, let alone stop him at 54. Why is he going to stop Canelo at 68? Talk to me. Convince me otherwise. Why are you not on TBV? No mo. Because I got disrespected. That's why. Marco McGraw, where are you from? Mark McGraw. He is from England. Yorkshire, one of the shires. Andrade was supposed to fight the Charlo. I wonder what happened. Don't let him forget I got rack on. But I think Charlo might show up drunk to that fight. Like literally to the fight itself. I think he has a problem. Real bad problem. Word. On paper, Canelo should win. But who knows? That's what I thought until I met them. Oh, the baby from Family Guy? I wouldn't be shocked if Canelo versus Bud is a draw. Me neither. Derbyshire. I'm from fucking Derbyshire. That was Irish. And what's the crack? I could fucking do an Irish accent if I hear them fucking talking. Nah, that sucked too. That sucked. I'm gonna stop. Bud certainly hurt Madrimov. Oh, Alan, come on. Come on. No, none of them hurt each other. I'm not saying Madrimov hurt Bud either, but they didn't hurt each other. Please. Neither of them got hurt. And again, now we're going into semantics. Maybe what you think is hurt isn't what I think is hurt. Landing a clean punch isn't hurt. Hurt to me is when somebody's like dazed a little or they're dizzy. They're in danger of going down. That's hurt. Not one side. Like when Roach hit Tank with that one counter, that rocked Tank, and he hit Tank. That punch could have knocked a lesser man out. Easy. He didn't even hurt Tank because Tank took it, was fine. He got rocked. That's rocked. Tank, Roach landing Tank is getting rocked. Okay? Hurt is, give me an example, guys. When somebody got clocked and they're doing Bambi leg shit. That's hurt. Then they got a hold. That's hurt. I can't think of somebody off the top. Triple G could not even stop or hurt Canelo. That accent. I'm trying, man. Well, nobody could hurt Canelo, but Canelo couldn't hurt Triple G either. Shut the fuck up. You fucking... All right. Marco Crawford will beat down Canelo like Chavez versus Zoo. Damn. Hell no. Nah. That's a good comparison because Chavez also, nobody ever hurt Chavez. Quick trivia question. Ready? Here we go. 10 seconds. Who is the first man to ever knock down Julio Cesar Chavez? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Boom! Mo Brains. Of course, Mo. And Mo's the lineal. Why'd you get rid of lineal? Oh, no, you're not the lineal. You lost. Eon beat you. Yayin. Yo-yo-yo. Yo-yo ma. Yogurt. Yogurt man beat you. Frankie Randall. Here's another one. Ready? 10 seconds. What was Frankie Randall's nickname? I think one of the dopest in history. Go. Frankie Randall's nickname. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And of course, Mo got it again. The robber's funny, but no, it's the surgeon. Frankie the Surgeon Randall. Didn't he wear like doctors, like how the doctors wear the mask? Didn't he come to the ring wearing like doctor shit? I think he did. David Garcia beat Yayin. I watched the playback. Huh? Marco, you remember Manny yelling at Lennox Lewis because Lennox was afraid to knock Tyson out? Wasn't afraid. He was telling him step on the gas. He was being cautious. Yeah, David beat me by 1. So wait. Who won? Oh, David Garcia's you're the trivia champ. My bad, David. My bad. My bad, kid. My bad. That's right. I have it here. Garcia had 3. Yayin had 2. Bailey and Kobe each had 1. Okay. You're right. I got the official records. Good Lord. You got the Rolly belt? You do. You got the Rolly belt. Bud knocked Madrimov to the body. I'm not saying Bud knocks him out. I'm just saying punch you don't see. David Garcia. He buckled Madrimov to the body? I don't remember that. But okay. Eon, you're only champion of beating your meat at 15. You guys are undisputed pole pounders at 15. Shit. I would go on marathons with that shit. Let's do trivia right now. Damn, you're wilding out. You just lost. Mo just scraped all of you. Scraped all of you like some gum off the subway station floor. Scraped you guys. You guys can't fuck with Mo. Ben Whitaker calls himself the surgeon as well. Yeah, real original. Right, Marcus? These dudes don't know. They don't know. Bud boxed the shit out of Madrimov. Really? Because I saw Madrimov landing many a lead straight right. Saying, man, many a lead straight. He was touching those dudes like Michael Jackson. Is that? Do you think I could use that one in the video, or it's a little too? Getting touched like Michael Jackson. He was getting touched like he's at the Neverland Ranch. See that's funny, but a little gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm showing a clip and Madrimov is pop and Bud's, and then I go, Andy, what is it?
There's people.
Who?
People putting seltzers on.
Okay. I was like, go in, answer the door. CT, what up? There's bugs in here. And that's the only punches he landed. You guys got to live off Canelo. Dan Raff torched this weekend's fights, and rightfully so. You'd avoid the Neverland? Yeah. I made a concurrent comment, something like, so-and-so, you never know what's going to happen, like a walk through Neverland Ranch. I thought that was okay. Stop disrespecting Mike. It wasn't true. Eon, Yayan. I used to talk to Michael Jackson on the phone, me and Shane, and his brothers and all that. Shane knew Michael personally, would hang out with him and all that. Circus. None of those right hands he sat on. Doesn't matter. They were landing. So to say that they weren't landing, like, okay, I agree. They weren't hurting, Bud, but they were landing. No Michael Jackson. Okay, I'll leave it alone. Mark liked it. Mike was so huge that he had several funerals. Oh, he's from Indiana, right? That's why you're all protective. Marco changed after going to the suburbs. Oh, shut up. I don't fucking want to be here. You and Nestor should spar. I will whoop Ness's ass. And he kind of pissed me off too, so I'll really whoop his ass now. Before it was my boy, so I'll just play around with him. Maybe hit him once in the liver, make him feel it. But now, now I would buckle his shit like a seatbelt. You betting on Canelo, I presume? I'm not betting on anybody. Vicious, I don't bet. Who do I think's going to win? If that's what you're asking, 50-50. Spinks or Bivol? I think Spinks. He was too big, too tall. Spinks had just as much output, if not more, but I think he was maybe even, and he had just as good for movement. He was just a taller, stronger guy. Lennox was afraid to kill Tyson. Manny yelled at him, that's not the killer Tyson. Okay. MJ was a first transracial. Nah, he was a full-blooded black man. Show us how to throw a lead hook. I already did, sucker. Screenshot. This Bud is going to badly hurt Canelo with a lead uppercut. Canelo is so slow and flat-footed. This fight will look like Oscar versus Chavez. Okay. Yeah, he trained. He trained a little. Later in life, a little something. Love this music. Yeah, me too, but, yes, I was. Some with Crawford versus Bud, old Canelo. Same with Crawford and Bud. My favorite, see how Brits spell favorite? Favorite. My favorite was a Frankie Boyle joke. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan when I was 8. If only I'd known I was his type. I apologize to all my MJ fans. The joke made me laugh. And I apologize for my awful British accent. I tried. I have to hear it first, then I could do it. With such foot movement, with such gonna be Crawford. You just don't see it? Okay. Crawford doesn't move his feet that much. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Crawford sits in the pocket like 2 quarters. What do you mean? Good weekend. Yeah, well, I mean, shit. We had nothing for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then we had that. Best light heavyweight of all time, Archie Moore. Velizar, are you crazy? Best light heavyweight of all time is easily.
I must have forgot.
Not no fucking Archie Moore. Y'all smoking finest rock if you think Bud versus Canelo isn't 50-50. I think it's 50-50. What's your opinion on the smaller divisions fighting with more heart this weekend than every big name combined? Exactly. I agree with that sentiment. Who wins, Shakur versus Tio? Tio. 50-50 is a dramatic change of events. You had Canelo smoking, but what happened, sir? I told you. Weren't you in the room? I met both of them. Shook their hands, talked to them, the whole 9 yards. Bud looked bigger in person. Like significantly bigger. Not significant, but he looked like a bigger man. So that struck down the main advantage I thought Canelo had, which was size. Still has a chin. That struck down the size, which made me think, ugh. Bud might hit hard enough to actually, I'm not saying he's gonna knock him out, but get respect. Bud has the reach. I mean, he's just a bigger dude. He's more skilled pound for pound, but he was a smaller guy against somebody who was a knockout puncher, especially when he's fighting. He didn't knock out so many people at super middleweight or light heavyweight, but his natural weight, which is like 160 or maybe 154, he was knocking mad people out. And Bud falls under that. Bud's really a career welterweight, maybe 54. So I figured the dude can't be hurt because his chin is legendary. And he's a knockout puncher when he's fighting smaller guys. He's going to wear him down. When Bud sits in the pocket, Bud does not let go of that phone booth. He is on that phone booth like he works for Ma Bell. So this notion that Bud's going to be moving and grooving and dancing, when does he ever fight like that? Even in sparring, he just sits there, he earmuffs it, and starts fucking going blow for blow like a Van der Bow. So that's why. But then when I saw that Bud is bigger, well, that made that like CNC Music Factory said, that was a thing that made me go, Things that make you go, They don't even, they say rubbish. You're fucking new bullocks. Marcus, you see when Alberto said you boxed in the NBL? No. Why would I see that? Was it in this room? I don't even know what the NBL is. What is the NBL? Usyk was much smaller guy versus Fury and whipped him twice. Right. First of all, he did not whip him. Both those fights were close and could have gone either way, arguably. Even though I did give it to Usyk the second fight. First fight, I thought Fury won. Close, though. So he didn't whip him. And of course, there's exceptions to the rule. I'm not saying that's the only reason. Those are all the reasons combined. Bud thrashes him, a mismatch. Jesus. I don't know why you think a 3-division discrepancy is a mismatch. That in itself makes the fact that he's so much smaller and Canelo so much bigger, that in itself should equalize and level out all the advantages on both sides. No, I didn't hear him say that. I don't know where he said it, but you got Bud. Canelo was too slow to catch Bud in the pocket. I disagree. Bud sits in the pocket and absorbs punches with his gloves. And those shits are going to get through. The body's always open. Okay, well, maybe he'll fight Canelo different. I'm just saying, he's not known moving and grooving. Was robbed of a stoppage? No, he wasn't. Who the hell's Malachi Ross? Who's Malachi Ross? A boxer? Now you're going to make me look you up. Malachi Ross. USA. Oh, USA fighter. Oh, I know you. I know you. You're from Missouri? Kansas City, Missouri. 70 kilograms. All right. Welcome to the chat, Malachi. Yeah, I know who you are. My bad. Welcome to the chat, young man. When are you going to fight again? Yeah, no, I know who he is. Are you well, you had a one pro fight, right, Malachi? 1, 2, something like that. Bullocks, rubbish, bruv, safe, in it, move on her. The extent of my UK slang. Yeah. Valizar. If Usyk beat Daniel again, he need to fight with Parker. I think he's going to retire. Sol can't afford to casually give away rounds to Terrence. That's true. Marco, why don't you swallow a huge load of sour sop for the chat? Because it is no longer winter. Exactly. Bud moves just enough. Spence and Canelo fight the same. Stand-up style, you see what Bud did to Spence. Spence wasn't as big as Canelo. And Spence's defense wasn't as good as Canelo's. Canelo has good defense. You guys are bugging out. They get Canelo doesn't have good defense. What's good, C. Jizzles? Daniel gonna quit again? Exactly. The dude fucking quit. He quit. You didn't see IQ versus Skull or Bivol? Yeah, not versus Bivol. That's a fact. Skull, I take. You can't get anything out of the Skull fight. The dude was literally running. You have movement, which is what Purnell did. Roy, movement. Then you have running. Skull ran. Charlo ran. I'm educating the chat. You know you treat me like a panhandler. Panhandler? You were definitely not a panhandler. I don't know, Joey. Marco, winter or summer, you need to bring back swallowing huge. Yo, why you keep trying to talk to me like I'm Alberto? Stop talking about swallowing loads. We know the only one who swallows loads in this chat isn't in here right now because he's probably swallowing a load.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
And that's Alberto. Marco, you think we will ever see Canelo versus Benavidez? No. That would have happened by now. That would have happened by now. Mo, Canelo's resigned and accepted defeat. I think I would. People aren't taking into account that Canelo used to fighting way bigger dudes. Exactly. Canelo lost a competitive decision, decisive but competitive against a guy way bigger than him. Bivol? He also wasn't throwing, Canelo. I never seen him, and again, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with him. I don't know, but I've never seen him stand there and just earmuff it and without any kind of movement or retort of his own. He was just letting homeboy tee off. Tee off like Tiger Woods. What up? What up, Mikhail? Nah, Canelo ain't win more than 3 rounds. Yayin. Yayin. Yodelady Yayin. I don't know. I scored it 4-8. All right. You do what you got to do, sucker fucker. Hope next fight, Bivol fight with Benavidez. Me and you both. Nah, the next fight, Bratko, is against. He's gonna do a third fight with fucking Benavidez, which nobody wants to see. Nobody. Nikui nie puiska twa gówno. Nikui. Sir Berto of House Sir Berto of House Bum, the first of his name, and it was and if it please the gods, the last as well. Canelo did the same thing in the first Triple G fight, and he should have lost. Beterbiev. Marco, you saying Canelo big, started same weight as Bud. All right, come on, Bailey. Canelo was 15. So that Bud was like whatever, 18, 19. Canelo not big, natural, same as Bud. I disagree. I think Canelo is just a bigger frame dude. Canelo has been boring since after the plant fight. Crawford, Usyk, and Bivol are the most fun. Okay. I watched Triple G versus Cinnamon 1. It was closer than what people made it out to be. I hit Triple G 7-5. Yeah, I did too. I had Triple G winning that first fight. He has to give Better Biev the rematch. We may be ready to move on, but Better Biev gave him his rematch. It's only right. Wait, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. My bad. Make sure my wife is picking up my daughter. Casual fans not giving Bivol versus Better Biev the trilogy. Do you want to see that? Bo versus Holyfield 3. Now you believe me that Canelo had a hurt shoulder. He might have. He definitely didn't look himself. Canelo's defense is fear. The fighters who wasn't scared of him beat him up. Come on. Bullshit. You know how many guys went toe-to-toe with Canelo and got fucked up? That's a load of shit. All right. I have a good source. I think Bivol is overall better than Better Biev. Okay. I would rather see David get his shot, but they're going to have to fight David either way. I do want to see the rematch. Yes. Shit, I don't. I don't want to see that rematch. Who wants to? All right, let's see. There's only about 40 of us in here. Who wants to see? Matter of fact, let's do this proper. Let's do this something real proper. Like let's do a poll. In super chat goal. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna do one now. Because Daddy needs to pay the bills. All right, here we go. Let's do a poll. Do you want to see Better Biev versus Bivol 3? Nope. Nope. I had enough. Yes. It's the sweet science at its best. All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Let's do the poll now. You tell me if you guys want to see this crap. Marco, an option should be fuck no. Well, that's what I put. It's what I put. I think I put nope. I had enough. Canelo probably should be at 54-60. That's what he said about himself. He goes, I'm actually 160. That's when he finally got honest about avoiding Benavidez. He goes, I'm a naturally 160 pounder. What am I doing? This guy comes in almost 200. I'm like, nah. Rubber match like Trojan. E-Rock hacked. Yeah, I haven't seen E-Rock in a minute. It's fucking roofing. He's crip roofing. He's crip roofing. Yes, one last match between two of them. Ugh. No, thank you. I'm not mad at Canelo for ducking that, to be honest. You can't say that, then fight Berlanga. That's true. Let's see what the poll says so far. Probably only like 17 votes. Damn, most of you want to see it so far? You guys are pissing me off. You guys disappoint me. He fought Berlanga, who walks the ring at 200. Yup, that's why he couldn't knock Berlanga out. Rob been following boxing for 40 years. No body types, Hearns. Well, Benavidez a hater. Vlogs laying low since he bet me a G. Damn, you guys really bet a G? Which is why Canelo fight low IQ. What's up, Curtis? Well, let's not act like Berlanga versus David was close. I mean, David's not going to fight Berlanga. Why the fuck would he do that? Canelo knew Berlanga didn't know enough to hurt him. Come on, guys. Canelo had to take clenbuterol just to get to 168. Ah, stir in the pot. Stir in the pot. Stop stirring the pot, sucker. Salute. They both 200 pounds, plus David has the skills to beat Canelo. Marco, you got to hold on. You got to hold the money again and don't buy juice and gin. Okay, let's do it. Plant got more skills than Berlanga. He does. Salute, salute. What's up, what's up? Yeah, Plant definitely has more skills than Berlanga. I'm not a huge Plant fan, but he could fight. You know what I'm saying? He could fight. That's an annoying call I don't want to take. Bivol, better be of a third fight. It's called character. Keep up the content. I will. Appreciate you. Body types have nothing to do with boxing, but human anatomy. Canelo was always bigger guy than Bud. Trivia, who's the bigger man? Mike Tyson or Fundora? I mean, obviously Fundora. By like 6 or 7 inches. That's Humpty Dance, baby. Oh, message. Salute. Marco sent Ness. Yeah, that wasn't Ness. You seen Plant fighting that dude in the projects? Huh? Nah. Oh, he's fighting. The next guy he's fighting? Mike Tyson's a bigger man. Marco Fundora is taller. Yes, bigger. No. Right. Well, now we're getting specific with words. Nah, he doesn't know the Humpty Dance. He ain't nothing but a young buck. Let's see what this fucking message says. I'm an old head. Damn. What up, Marco? Had my first pro fight in April 26th. Got a first round body shot stoppage. I bet. When's the next one? Congrats. I know a lot of shit from before my time. Exactly, Rob, my point that you were making. Marco used to do the WAP. I did not do the... Actually, I did do the WAP. You Can't Touch This was catchy, but I wasn't into it. I know them. You can't play the song. X, no contest. Attorney, no name. All right. What's this? Call me MPO. What's this? What's this shit? What is this? I'm going to click on it, see what we got going on here. That's not Plant. Is that really Plant? That's not fucking Plant. There's no way that's Plant. All right, I'm gonna play this. There's no way that's Plant. I don't think. Let's see. Does this have?
Don't do it. Come on, big ogre. You know what you would have.
That's not Plant.
You done? Or you gonna keep going? We can pause with if you want.
Kind of sounds like it.
Round two.
Oh, they're just clapping. He's getting mad.
Hey, let's grab him.
Oh, now he's on the grass. Oh,
He a 10-time national champion.
He a 10-time national champion, y'all.
UFC fighter.
A 10-time national champion. The wrong one is crazy. Y'all done? Can we be done now? Can we be cool? You don't want to take me call me fruitcake because I got on a hoodie? Can we be cool or not? Tell me yes or no.
oh wow.
Can we be cool?
You can't slap him and think you're gonna be cool.
Get out here, Caleb.
Oh, this Caleb.
Run. Yo, Caleb, get my hoodie, man. You got a knife. Get my hoodie. Run.
She got a knife.
Oh, what shit is this? What in the redneckville was that shit? What in the southern redneckville was that shit? What the fuck was that? Wow, I am so happy I grew up in New York City. What the fuck was that? Rural? I don't know what rural means. If it means redneck, like dirt road, what's that shit called? Tumbleweed, then it's rural. You think Plant deserves the N-word pass? He deserves some kind of a pass. I don't know about all that. My goodness. Again, you stuck in those fighters. That's crazy. It's called the projects. That's not the projects I'm used to. Rob, you ever seen a project like that? What was it? Was Caleb Plant, I guess. Slapboxing somebody. America. Nah, no pass for Plant. He took a black queen from us. Oh, come on. I've had all kinds of queens myself. Puerto Rican, black, Asian. Yeah, down south they have smaller projects. Those were projects? Caleb Plant was like playing him out. What mindset? Mindset of what? Redneck shit? That was redneck shit. Whatever you want to call it. Why did the dude throw a basketball at the kid? What the fuck was that? I felt right at home watching that. That's the real hood, not them big black buildings. Well, that's some Indiana hood right there. That's what it looks like. You know, I will say I've been to projects in other parts of the country, and yeah, none of them are like what I grew up with. Like none of them are big buildings. Like it's all small shit. So I mean, that's what projects look like. I know I've been around certain, never in the South. I've been around projects like upstate New York, whatever, and Staten Island. So yeah, I get it. Shit's fucking. It's not even the project. It's not even what the project. It was just the fucking with shirt off. Then the other dude, and then there's like dirty mud water everywhere, and then they're like. But you know, I guess he had to do what he had to do. Dude was probably trying to fuck with him. So, and he didn't hurt him. He was just slapping the shit out of him, embarrassed him. Rock. All right. Hey, what do you guys think about Rafael Espinoza? Dude is dope. Is that your weight? Malachi, is that your weight? Rafael Espinoza's 6'1". He can punch. Yeah, he's a great fighter. Because he was a redneck. The one I saw was a redneck. That's why. That was he looked like a redneck to me. That's why. Caleb Plant looked like a redneck. Big one. You are crazy as hell. Also, ain't no monopoly on crazy-ish. That's a fact. Espinoza a beast. Ain't nobody beating him, yeah. Beemore got the worst projects I've ever seen in my life. I bet. I mean, I think Lower East Side, the Alphabet City, is probably the worst in the world. Only Mo would call it a miss. I will rob because I could be wrong, but I doubt it. But I like learning. Huh? Oh. You know, dude who threw the basketball was white too. Yeah, redneck shit. You're 154. All right. So you don't have to worry about him. Damn. So, but you're not gonna. What do you think you're gonna tap out at? What do you think you're gonna transition into soon, Malachi? Probably like 68. If you're 54 now, at whatever 19, 18, whatever you are, probably by like 22, 23, you'll be 60 for sure. Maybe 68. Okay, I got you.
Thank you. Come again. Thank you. Come again.
What time is Marco? It is 4 p.m. almost. Spinoza. So what? It's like 11 p.m. in Bulgaria. What's his last name? Who? Christopher, what up? We know Canelo has his solid chin and Rolly with punches, but let Crawford take punches. Canelo's punches flush. Yeah, I don't know if he could take those punches flush. Y'all East Coast dudes privileged. Well, y'all know about getting shot, but ain't no being police coming for miles. What? You think the cops are around in the East Coast? They'll get there, but they'll get there way later. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's not like the movies, yeah, and not every fucking, there's not like woo, like in every corner. And if you hear it, the shit's probably far away. And they're but nah, it's not like that. Cops were never around. And if they were around, they'd be like, all right, break it up. And they keep fucking driving. Tell them, Rob. These fucking country boys think they know what it's like. Trees from Ohio. Trees. Most folks don't want to see Bivol better behave again. That's what I'm saying. Oh, let's see what the yep, 56% don't want to see it. Good. Hi, baby.
I want to go to Joe.
All right, let me get off with what I'm doing here. Okay. All right, my bad, people. I'm back. They should make content creators box. Yeah, they should. That's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you. Come again. Sounds like it's I think it's from Simpsons. I think it's Apu saying it, I believe. Well, to be fair, nowadays they got technology that detects gunshots in the hood. They got cameras everywhere. Back in the day, Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't live in the hood anymore, so I don't know. You probably would kick every YouTube box. Yeah, I would. That's a fact. Oh, look at Marquito being all soft. What weight did you... Me? 65 pro. 65 amateur, 68 pro. Excuse me. Yeah, I saw the poll. It is 57% say nope, which I like. How many people entered it? 35. Okay, good. So, Joaquin. Look, Marco looking like... Yep. I'm about to have to get off. Canelo, 60-40. Yeah, what do you know about getting lynched? Oh, shit. That's a good point. South. Midwest and South. Very different. That's a fact. I'll bring the rest in. I'm about to get off. Oh, okay. What happened? A lot. Oh, did it? Okay. 145, 154 last couple of years in amateur. Yeah. So you just got to 54. So then you probably could maybe stay around 60 for a while, maybe another 4 or 5 years. But I don't know. Once you start getting in your like late 20s, probably going to be at 68. I'm going to bet. How tall are you? Talk to me. All right, people. I'm going to bounce. I will catch you guys tonight. Appreciate you guys as always. Peace.